I have been informed that my announcement has been deemed disrespectful.
Listen up, Dwayne, you bald fraud!
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the greatest of all time!
Seth Rollins, I'm coming for you, boy. And I'm coming hard.
I am a visionary! I am a revolutionary!
The never seen 17!
Look at you now, boy! Ah! Look at you now! 4 letters, 1 word.
Last real champion, John Cena!
What's up? What's up? Welcome to another episode of Rasslin with Ryan. It's your boy Ryan. How you doing, Mike?
Doing pretty well.
Mike rocking the Dirty Dom stash over here.
Rocking the Dirty Dom.
Speaking of Dirty Dom's a loser. He's a loser.
Well, we all kind of saw it coming. Okay, so I'm going to come off on this podcast immediately, and I need to write John Cena an apology letter.
Yes, you. Big time.
I did not think this would ever happen. I did not think, well, one, I was calling him washed pretty much before the retirement tour began. 2, I was telling Ryan all throughout this, he's not going to win the Intercontinental Champion. Get out of here. That's never going to happen.
And then look what happened on Monday Night Raw. After a 23-year career, he finally won the IC title, and he is now officially the 25th Grand Slam champion in WWE history.
Now, I'm a little confused on what Grand Slam means because I thought it meant world title.
We've had there's been different variations of it over the years, but as far from what I can tell now, the current format is either one of the world titles. Well, now it's changed because now you have the new World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
But before, when it was still a Universal Championship, you had to win either the WWE Championship or Universal Championship.
Right.
Both mid-card titles, and then either the Raw or SmackDown tag titles.
Right. Way back in the day, in the 90s.
I know back then it used to be the European
title?
Championship.
Yeah, the European Championship, the Intercontinental Championship, and the Tag Team Championship. So those 4 right there.
Yeah.
Obviously, no European Championship anymore. I thought for the longest time you had to win either the U.S. or the Intercontinental Championship.
But it turns out you have to win both.
And it makes sense because looking at who's won it recently, The Miz, Kofi Kingston, Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph is not a Grand Slam champion.
He's never won the tag?
No, he's won the tag. He never
He's the world champion.
But when he won the big gold belt, they don't count that.
I think it counts. That's a world championship.
It is, but in WWE terms, it doesn't count because he didn't win the WWE championship.
I think it counts because it's a world championship.
I think so too. I think I feel like there is a legitimate case for Dolph Ziggler to be considered a Grand Slam champion. Because I agree with it. I think he is. He's a 2-time world champion, multi-time Intercontinental champion, U.S. champion, and he's a 2-time tag champ. Because he won once with Bobby Roode and then once with Drew McIntyre.
Right.
So he won both the Raw and SmackDown tag titles.
Yeah.
And he technically won it as part of the Spirit Squad, but they don't count those tag titles anymore.
Exactly. All right. Yeah. But, I mean, so John Cena, Monday night, we all saw it coming. I was a little tiny bit skeptical that it wasn't going to happen just because you never know. But John Cena, in his hometown, got it done. Tell us what happened, Ryan.
Yeah, so there were rumors swirling around, and of course, I'm not saying like, oh, listen to everything you believe on the internet, but it picked up a lot of traction like over the past couple of days leading up to Raw, where before it was like, oh, we're gonna see John Cena versus Dom for the IC title at Survivor Series, because it's in San Diego, which is Dom's hometown, and then it steered away from that, and it was more like, oh, it's gonna be John Cena versus Dom for the IC title in Boston, and I was just like, I mean, it makes sense and stuff. And I the reason I like this because like since they didn't let John let his retirement match be in Boston, I
Mhm.
feel like this was basically the next best thing they could do.
Right.
Let
Right.
him win the one championship he's never won in
Right.
his hometown. And if you listen to that crowd,
Yeah.
I gotta give Boston credit. Boston was one of the better U.S. crowds this year.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, they were. I mean, for the rest of the show, they weren't as loud, but for this opening segment on Monday Night Raw, they were as loud as you can get.
yeah, and it was crazy. I think it was the opening like 40 something minutes was all Cena. Which a lot of people are like, oh, it's too much. Nah, but for a guy like Cena, it's well deserved. It's well. It's like his last episode of SmackDown in Chicago. I
Right.
think the first like basically the first whole out the first hour was like all Cena.
Right.
But
Right.
nobody complained. It's like, nah, the dude's earned it. If anybody's earned to have like half the show or like a quarter of the show be
Yeah.
just him, it's John Cena of all people.
Exactly. On
Yeah,
Instagram Live, we have Leo, the bearded Mamba. You can't see me.
that's right. That is right. Welcome, welcome. But
Well, yeah.
yeah, no, it was interesting when Triple H came to the ring. And I don't know if you saw there's a sign right behind him that says Triple H sucks.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, and I thought that was funny that was literally dead center of the screen.
It was.
Like and he's like right behind him. I was just like, man, the freaking camera guy is probably getting a kick out of it.
Right.
Um,
Exactly.
but and I know a lot of people kind of complain like, oh, look, here's Triple H having to,
Yeah.
which I think we could have done without Triple
Right.
H. Like, especially like it's Boston. Like, just imagine if it's Boston, they welcome you to Raw, and then you hear the trumpets hit.
Well, it's just that he went on for like what, 5 minutes? Something like that.
He went on longer than he should have.
He could have just came out, said this is the greatest of all time, his hometown. Here's John Cena.
Yeah.
Then he just gets,
And then the part where he makes the impromptu intercontinental championship. That part I
yeah.
understand why he was in the ring
Well,
because he
that
had the authority.
I think they did it perfectly, really. Besides Triple H kind of ranting on in the beginning, you have Cena come out. I would have had Dom come out a little bit earlier, but I mean, honestly, it all worked out. Dom coming out, interrupting John Cena, just massive boos all around.
And it's crazy because Dom's been getting cheered because he's over. But then here you are in Boston. I mean, that's just the Boston crowd in general. I think Boston is one of those crowds. It's like Chicago, where they boo like the people that are normally cheered, and then they cheer the people who are normally booed.
Right,
In this case, it's like it's John Cena. Like, do not interrupt Cena in his hometown, his last time in Boston. Just do not do that.
right,
And I know a lot of people for years and years hated Super Cena, but then like when he was Super Cena on Raw, everyone's like, "Oh my God!" Like everybody loved it. Like me being a lifelong Cena fan, I just love that like the fans are finally like giving him the love and appreciation
right,
he deserves.
right.
And so like it means a lot to me as a fan to finally just see him get the recognition that he so rightfully deserves.
Yeah, I mean, this was a great segment all around. I mean, if I think you said it perfectly too. This kind of makes up for the botched heel run that he had at the beginning of the year. You know, them putting the Intercontinental Championship on John Cena, him having that moment. Although it would have been special if him being in Boston was his last match. Hey, you can't beat what they did here on Monday Night Raw, giving John Cena the ultimate Grand Slam, championship honor. And so him winning the IC title now. And also I think him and Don, they had an entertaining match.
Yeah, of course. Like it wasn't like an instant classic, but for what it was great. I know a lot of people were like, "Oh, Dom's buried." No, quite the opposite. Dom just got the biggest rub of his entire career.
Mhm.
He
Yeah,
just he got to share the ring with the greatest of all time,
exactly. Yeah.
and that in itself is like a huge deal because not as we've seen this year, they're not just putting anybody in the ring with John Cena. You can tell they're clearly putting in people they trust. Well, except Logan Paul, that dude did not
Oh
deserve
my gosh.
any screen time with Cena. But you get my point, right? Like they're not just throwing anybody into to have a segment with John Cena. You can tell it's clearly people that they want to build around, people that they have long-term plans for.
Mhm.
And I know I'm not like the biggest fan of Dom, but there's no denying Dom is the future. He has a bright future ahead
He
of
is
him.
the future, and no doubt, honestly, we can probably put money on this match with John Cena could possibly be the last time we see Dom as a heel.
Possibly. It also depends on where they go with the whole Judgment Day angle.
Yeah,
I feel like we're not going to see that pick up until after Liv Morgan returns.
but yeah, I don't know
And
when she is.
that's where I think it'll be an interesting story. So I think we're not going to really see any major impact within the Judgment Day until she comes back.
Right. Yeah.
But anyway, moving on to the whole premise of the
Mhm.
of this week's episode, going over
Over.
our top five John Cena title wins.
Sorry, I had a little booger in my nose. I flipped it off.
So I don't know, Mikey. Do you want me to start, or do you want to start with your number five?
I'll start with my number five. It's I feel like this is the rise of John Cena. WrestleMania 20, United States Championship versus Big Show. John Cena had never won a singles title up until this point, and I feel like this was the rise. Decent match to open WrestleMania 20. The crowd was electric inside Madison Square Garden, which they're going to be at next week. Where John Cena won his first singles title. He's going to go into Madison Square Garden next week with his singles title.
Yeah, it's
But
like full circle.
it is full circle.
And MSG, man, they're a hell of a crowd. Every show they go to, MSG is one of the best U.S. crowds. If not, you could probably argue outside of Chicago, MSG is probably the best American crowd.
Yeah. Well, beg to differ. You got LA, but you know, I'm an LA homer. But
Me too. Me
John
too.
Cena, yeah, John Cena versus Big Show. It was just about the crowning of the rising star of John Cena. You could tell in that moment. I remember watching it as a kid. Just this guy is going to be a star, and that was the first inkling that you had when John Cena beat him and beat the Big Show for the U.S. title in the first match of WrestleMania 20.
And at that time too, Big Show was a relatively big name. He was one of the most trusted guys in the company. So
Yeah, a veteran at that
and
point.
that's another thing too. Like that's a big win. Like it's not like John Cena just beat this random superstar for a title. No, he beat a pretty big name,
Yeah,
a trusted name too, especially backstage.
exactly.
But no, it's interesting. My number five is vastly different, but it's also similar in terms of the rise of John Cena. But I took it for the following year, WrestleMania 21,
Okay.
beat JBL
Yeah.
at Staples Center in Los Angeles,
Yeah.
WWE Championship. And for a very similar reason as you just said, I saw that as like the rise of John Cena. Like I felt like that was the crowning moment of like, all right, this is the guy. Like this is our face of the company.
Yeah.
And of course, I know it wasn't the best of matches. Like it was
Yeah,
an
it wasn't. I
match.
feel like it was very
and-
rushed too.
Yeah, but especially compared to like the I Quit match they had at Judgment Day like later that year. That
Yeah.
match was like instant classic.
Yeah.
But like that for me, I put at my number five just because like that's really where we see the pinnacle and the rise of John Cena as the main event guy.
Right. Exactly. Well, yeah. So then going down into later that year in 2004, my number four pick is actually one of the first main events I can really remember the United States Championship being defended on SmackDown in the main event. I think it was December 2004. This storyline with debuting Carlito Caribbean Cool.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Carlito debuted, beat John Cena in his very first match to win the United States Championship. That's when John Cena went to go film the movie The Marine. He was off for a couple months, then comes back in December.
Yeah. Wasn't that the whole storyline of when he got stabbed?
Yeah, he got stabbed. Exactly. And then John Cena comes back. And then the main event of SmackDown, I believe December-ish, around 2004. This was like the peak where I was like, man, this guy's fucking awesome. Dr. Thugonomics, John Cena. I mean, he couldn't get any cooler at that point. But John Cena versus Carlito, main event on SmackDown, United States Championship. It's basically a squash match. But John Cena regains his United States Championship, I believe, for the third time in his career at that point. But that's just a memory that I have watching that. I remember watching it. Well, SmackDown was taped at that point, but watching it as it aired was a cool moment.
Yeah, no, that's a solid choice. And of course, I was like, I don't think I wasn't watching WWE yet at the time. I didn't start watching until like maybe like middle of '05.
Yeah,
So, but I do remember that feud he had with Carlito because outside of like Kurt Angle and like Booker T, that was like his first like his first major championship feud.
right.
Anybody? But anyway, going into my number four, as I also have a U.S. championship win, but it's WrestleMania 31 when he beats Rusev for the U.S. title. You know, he ends Rusev's undefeated streak. And the reason I put that at number four is because of what it would lead to, the incredible US Open challenge that gave us like so many big
Yeah,
and so many great matches. I think it really showed Cena's like in-ring prowess and like you said, and we've talked about it before. Like you and I, we both agree that like the US Open challenge John Cena was like John Cena's wrestling prime, like his in-ring.
right,
And so that's why I have it at my number four, just because of what it led to. It led us to some awesome matches.
right. Certainly did. Certainly did. And probably that's when John Cena was at his peak in terms of wrestling ability.
Yeah, especially because like at the time the mid card titles were not really being taken that seriously.
No, they weren't.
He really elevated the U.S. title. He made the U.S. title feel like a world title.
Yeah.
And that's not easy to do. That is no easy feat to pull
I
off.
mean,
Like
the old saying is the championship doesn't make the guy
the
makes the
man
title.
makes yeah, the man makes the title and Cena made the
Yeah,
US championship.
exactly.
Like honestly, if when John Cena was doing his US Open challenge, it was must see TV. Like if you didn't watch wrestling like at all, if you didn't tune in to Raw, if there was one part you would tune in for Raw, it was the US Open challenges.
Exactly. I mean, he had great matches with Sami Zayn, Cesaro, Pac, who was Adrian Neville at the time, countless others.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. All right.
And you're number three.
My number three is a match I remember watching live on pay-per-view, September 2006, Unforgiven. John Cena goes after the WWE champion Edge in a TLC match, which
Ooh.
was one of the best John Cena matches of his early career.
Oh yes, definitely.
So this is at the time. Yeah,
I'm actually surprised I totally left that out of my list.
it's
That
one.
one
Yeah,
was mine.
it's a great match. I mean,
Great,
so
really solid match. Yes.
so Edge. It's in Toronto, Canada, and Edge was cheered like a baby face. We go and watch the reaction when he came out. Totally cheered like a baby face, and that's also the time Edge has the rated R spinner, which was, I mean, it was a choice, certainly a choice. But I like that title, to be honest. But great match, great TLC match between John Cena. I mean, the finish in that match was just absolutely crazy. An FU on top of a ladder onto three tables, I think. Three tables that were stacked up, if I can remember. Yeah, insane match. Those guys left it all online. It really put a cap on the John Cena Edge rivalry at the time, and that's why it's my number three.
Yeah. No, that's a great match. I'm actually surprised that slipped out of my top five. But
Yeah,
anyway, going into my number three, you've heard me praise this match over and over again, pretty much since I watched it. Royal
hmm
Rumble 2016, or no, Royal Rumble 2017 against AJ Styles, where John Cena wins number 16.
yeah,
Like, and you still hear me talk about it today. That match was like, that was chef's kiss. Like,
exactly.
that match was like perfection, and they never left the ring once.
Right.
And like, I remember the crowd was so into that match, and like to be honest, there wasn't really a lot of memorable moments from that Royal Rumble aside from that match. Like there was without a doubt that was match of the night.
hmm
Like so that's my number three. Just seeing Cena win number 16, especially because like for me like watching it and knowing like he was in his part time status is like I didn't think I would see another world championship win out of John Cena at that point in time.
Yeah,
So, but yeah, so that's my number three.
that's your number three. What was my number two? I totally am blanking now.
If you want, I can say my number two. While
Go ahead, because I know
if
what my number one is.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, my number two. I'm pretty sure you know this because it literally just happened. We literally just talked about it.
Yeah.
John Cena winning the IC title on Raw.
Yeah.
And I know everyone's and will probably be like, oh, recency bias. Probably a little bit, but you know me, because I've been telling you for years, like, be like, I want Grand Slam Cena. Like, I've literally been manifesting Grand Slam Cena for years. I'm like, I need him to win the IC. I don't even care if he wins it and then drops it in his first defense. I don't care. I just want to see Grand Slam Cena. I want to see Cena win the Intercontinental Championship. I finally got my wish on Monday. You know how happy I was, how ecstatic I was for it, and like
Hmm.
just seeing it, and especially for me, like because it's his farewell tour, and like, but how big of a fan I am, and I know there's not a lot of dates left. Getting to witness another great moment of his career, but also from this farewell tour is like, oh, it was like a dream come true. Seeing him finally win the one title that eluded him.
Right. Absolutely a great moment. A great moment. Okay, so my number two, I don't think this was a great match. Don't get me wrong. It's not a great match. But The Rock John Cena rivalry,
WrestleMania 29.
WrestleMania 29. I think it's just one of those things that it was the first time we ever saw two WrestleManias back to back main events. You're going back to 28, actually going back to 27, where Rock was the special, or no, he wasn't the special guest referee. He was the
He was the host.
the
He was
co-host.
the
But
WrestleMania.
then basically he felt like he was the special guest referee of that match, 27 versus The Miz. And then you go on to WrestleMania 28, where in Miami, where Rock wins, right? Then you go to the next year, 29. It's a 3-year saga between these guys. And it all comes up with John Cena finally being able to beat The Rock. Even though John Cena was a made man at this point, it was basically passing the torch. Not a great match, but I think altogether, when you look at that feud, it's up there, I think, in terms of
Yeah.
what business they did.
Yeah, it's especially with you saying that it was a 3-year saga. It's not easy for them to pull off lengthy feuds like that.
Hmm.
It's ironic how The Rock he had a very lengthy feud and one of the greatest wrestling feuds of all time with Stone Cold Steve Austin
Right,
that accumulated in 3 WrestleMania matches.
right, exactly. And so
So
yeah,
when you
it's
said
not
that
easy.
the 3-year saga,
Yeah,
I'm just like it reminds me of like Austin and Rock.
exactly.
At least in terms of the sense of like a lengthy feud, but it always gets elevated like no matter what.
Exactly. But yeah, you're number one, which I already know what it is.
Yep. I think everybody already knows what it is. My number one, the never seen 17. And I know the match itself wasn't great. It wasn't really that great of a match. But for me, and I tell you this all the time, it was the moment for me. The fact that I was there live at WrestleMania, seeing him do it, and like I told you, because I was getting my hopes up. I was like, and you had to bring me back down to reality. You're like, hey, there's
Hmm.
a possibility he might not win 17. So like,
Yeah,
don't do this to yourself because I know how you're gonna get.
yeah.
And
Mhm.
then when he did win it, I like how I like how you just let me have my moment. Like you let me have it. I know I was bawling my eyes out like a baby,
Yeah,
but
you were.
but it was worth it. And I know you understand because it's like for me being like the biggest Cena fan and like you know I never this is a moment I never thought I would get to witness in person.
Hmm.
And then the fact that I was there with you made it like, even better because it's like, oh, I'm not just experiencing it like by myself, I'm experiencing it with you, who's also a lifelong wrestling fan. And I know you may not be like, well, you're definitely not a bigger John Cena fan than me, that's for
No,
sure.
no, that's for damn sure.
But the
Yeah.
fact that like even I saw even you had like a moment too. You like Not like me, but I could tell even you were like, wow,
It was
like
a cool moment.
he really did it. So
Yeah,
yeah, so that's my number one. I already knew you knew what my number one was.
exactly.
And again, I know the match itself wasn't great, but for me, it was the moment,
Yeah.
and you know, it was a big moment when I didn't take my phone out.
No, and I
Because
told you
You,
not to
you
record.
told me you're like, don't record. You're like taking the moment. I was like, I
Yeah.
gotta, and you're like, bro, I'll record. Don't worry. Like, I'll record. I was like, don't worry.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, feedback. It's not good. Anyways, we are heading to my number one. It is John Cena versus AJ Styles, where he won number 16 at the
Ooh,
Royal
okay.
Rumble 2017. Um, Possibly, if you want to say that's John Cena's greatest match, I don't think anybody's going to argue with you. Obviously, people would think it's John Cena versus CM Punk 2011 Money in the Bank, but this match against AJ Styles, the culmination of a long rivalry within the year between Styles and Cena, two guys at their absolute peak. Um, Possibly, I mean, before John Cena started tearing it up on this retirement tour, that was his last great match.
Yeah, and the fact get this too heading into that match, AJ Styles had the upper hand. He had the advantage on Cena. It was a 2-0. It was 2-0.
Yeah.
This is their third match. It was 2-0, which was unusual, especially for the position Cena was in. He always won feud. So the fact it's like he's behind in this feud. He's 2-0,
Hmm.
but he's 0-2. So
Yeah.
yeah, wow. It's crazy to think that we have our top five and we only had one match that was the same.
Exactly. Well, yeah. I mean, John Cena's had a lot of great matches in his career. It's kind of hard to pick and choose, but I think we did a pretty good job on that list.
Yeah, especially there's like a lot of a lot of moments, and then of course it also shows you the difference in like, of course you're how where you in the wrestling you grew up with compared to the wrestling I grew up with,
Right.
like you can tell mine are more like personal moments, like moments I've been wanting and like
Hmm.
wishing for, but I feel like that's also what makes my list like special because it's like these are moments that I've always wanted and I never thought I'd get to see.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of moments throughout your list where, and especially throughout the retirement tour, which you possibly were thinking you were never going to see. All these matches, him winning 17, you being there, his matches with CM Punk, AJ Styles, Randy Orton. We never thought we were going to see those matches again, and we have.
Yeah. Yeah, and not of course not to go too off topic, but like, man, did his match with AJ Styles that did not disappoint. That Oh my God, that match was. It's funny because I was just watching highlights and reaction videos from their match at Crown Jewel like a couple hours ago. So it's
Yeah,
like,
not exactly.
yeah,
But going off now, the John Cena retirement tour retirement tournament to pick his last opponent started off on Monday Night Raw. What did you think of that?
I did like the matchups. I thought they were interesting, especially because you have some that like you have the wrestlers that don't really have history with them, and then you have the wrestlers that do have a history with them. Like for example, like Sheamus, Rusev.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting to see like that develop and stuff, and just to see where it goes. And I know tomorrow on SmackDown we have Jey Uso and The Miz and L.A. Knight, yeah, versus a mystery opponent who may or may not be somebody who just signed with the company today.
Say his name and he appears.
His name,
Do you
Joe?
believe?
Joe Hendry?
Dun, dun. All
Yeah. We,
right.
we don't know we don't know for sure, but there's a lot of speculation that he's the mystery opponent for LA Knight.
Exactly.
So, I mean, I'll say this, and you know how I feel about the booking of his overall like farewell tour. Like, I'm not a fan of the whole tournament,
Hmm.
but I know it's just how selfless Cena is. But there's part of me be like, just let this man choose. Let him pick who he wants to face.
Right.
because now I don't know if you've seen like especially now that there's a very, and I'm not gonna say it's guaranteed because nothing's ever for sure in the wrestling world, that there's a high likelihood that Gunther's gonna win it. I don't know if you've seen the backlash to that
I have
on
not.
Instagram and no, dude, there's like a lot. Everybody's like, why Gunther? Like, what has he done to deserve it? And I agree with them. I don't think he's done anything to deserve it. He's already a made man. I get it. He retired Goldberg, but I mean,
I mean, look,
what has
at
he
this
done?
point, who really does deserve it? I mean, you talk about a guy
Sheamus.
that John Cena is. I know you don't want this, but he's going to lose his last match. That's gonna happen. He's going to lose his like. Yes, John Cena deserved to win, but like he's going to lose the match. Like they're gonna book it that way. And why not give it to a guy that, is on the up and coming, and the guy that he's already been world champion, but can just elevate him even to a bigger platform. Why not have that guy be Gunther?
Mid third,
Wow.
mid third.
Wow. Wow.
I mean, he's a better world champ than a Yeet Man,
Yeet man.
but yeah, you know me. Well, obviously, I know you and I. We both want it to be one person, but realistically, we know it's not going to be that person
Right.
because he's in that piss ain't company.
Percent
But
company.
you like, and it's not just you and I. A bunch of people. We all want it to be Edge. All of us.
I mean, yes.
I don't think there's a single fan of Cena's that doesn't want Edge to be his last opponent.
Right. That would be freaking awesome, but
But
that's
we
just
know
not
it's
gonna
not gonna,
happen.
it's realistic. We know it's not gonna happen.
Yeah. It's just not gonna
And
happen.
and so like for me, the next best choice is Sheamus, just given their history. And now, because you have the added intrigue of John Cena's the Intercontinental Champion, what's the one championship Sheamus hasn't won?
The Intercontinental Championship.
And guess what happened on December 13th, 2009?
Sheamus
Sheamus,
won his first WWE title from John Cena.
exactly. And December 13th, 2025, it's John Cena's last match. I know it's not going to happen because the god awful booking that has been 2025.
Yeah.
But talk about a full circle moment if that were to happen.
Yeah, I get that. That would be, I just think that'd be really underwhelming. Like, why Sheamus, too? Like, I don't see it. Yeah, there's a story for Sheamus to win the
After
Inter.
banger after banger.
Yeah, but it's just that like Sheamus is not John Cena's greatest opponent
Okay, that's fair, but it's like how you say why Sheamus. It's the same thing as like, well, why Gunther?
because Gunther can benefit from that. He's the guy that could say he retired Goldberg and retired John Cena.
Gunther's also a 40-year-old man.
So, I mean, who cares? Who cares?
Realistically, it should be a guy from NXT or someone like a Carmelo Hayes or Braun Breaker being
Maybe
John
Braun
Cena's last
Breaker.
match,
Yeah,
but
that's not going to happen. It's going to be Gunther, dude. It's going to be Gunther. We all know it's going to be Gunther. It's going to be Gunther. If it's not Gunther, I will be shocked.
I'll be shocked too. But I'll probably be happy too because I
Yeah.
don't want it to be Gunther.
Well, it's also going to be very sad because then after Gunther beats John Cena, it's going to be the realization is going to set in that John Cena
Stop.
is
Stop.
retired.
Stop.
He is retired.
Stop. I'm not ready.
I know you're not ready. I know you're not ready.
I know we have exactly 1 month left with John Cena as a active WWE superstar.
Right. Well, you know what? It's been a solid retirement run. Obviously, the heel turn didn't pan out the way everyone thought it was going to pan out, but I think,
Because your man, The Rock.
oh my gosh, Dwayne. Right. Okay, Dwayne. You want to blame Dwayne? Go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead, blame him.
Dwayne. I do blame
You also blame Triple H. You can blame WWE for not
Dwayne and I blame Logan
planning
Paul.
this.
Yeah, I blame Dwayne and I blame Logan Paul.
My gosh, at least you're not calling them bald frauds.
Oh well, I mean The Rock is a bald fraud.
Oh my gosh. But anyways, that does it for the podcast. On the next episode, we're going to be previewing Survivor Series
Yep.
coming up.
Oh yeah, because it's coming up soon, and we should know more details and more matches in the next couple of next like week or two.
Exactly. Yeah, we should know.
It'll especially be interesting to see what happens on the men's War Games
Mhm.
side.
Yep.
But shout out William Regal. Okay, he he came on Raw just to say the
War games.
thing. But
War
also,
games.
also another thing, R.I.P. Eddie Guerrero,
Oh,
20
that's
years
right.
to the
Yeah,
day.
before we get on,
Yeah,
get out with
20
today's
years to the
podcast.
day that Viva la Raza, you
Yeah.
know,
I remember I was in
um,
ninth grade, finding out Eddie Guerrero had passed away, and it just didn't seem like real at the point. Like I was like, he passed away, he's dead. I remember somebody was like, "Oh, it's a storyline." It's like I was like, it's a fucking shitty storyline.
I was like, I know Vince has done some crazy things. I was like, but I don't think Vince would go that
Exactly.
crazy.
Yeah. No, but R.I.P. Eddie Guerrero. 20 years ago, 2005, he passed away. Just one of the greatest ever to ever do it in professional wrestling. Did it in WCW, ECW. He did it in Japan, and certainly did it in WWE. There will be never anybody like Eddie Guerrero. His charisma, his ability in the ring, just he was a total package.
Yeah. No, it's cool because I saw on I think it was Twitter just a little bit ago that John Cena paid tribute to Eddie Guerrero. Well, everybody did because that was like I think it was the Raw after he passed away. Everybody was wearing the "I'm Your Poppy"
Yeah,
shirt, uh,
yeah,
but then Cena took it off, and then he took off the WWE title. He put the shirt down and he put the WWE title like on the waist, and I thought that was like a really cool, touching tribute.
yeah. Yeah, it was. And I remember watching the tributes as well, and it was very, very sad. But R.I.P. to Eddie Guerrero. You
He's your
know,
Poppy.
he's your poppy. Yeah, yeah, exactly. But I want to thank everyone that is watching on the live stream on Instagram. Everyone that watched yesterday's live stream when we did the fourth quarter with the Lakers and the Thunder. Everyone that tuned into the LA Sports Roundup podcast today, to the Rams report. Been putting out a lot of stuff. This Wrestling with Ryan is coming out possibly Friday. Will come out Friday. So lots coming out. Lots have come out, and we're in the great
Yeah.
season right
And-
now where
yeah.
NFL, basketball, WWE, baseball just ended, but still lots going on.
Oh yeah, and shout out to Shohei Ohtani, his fourth MVP.
Fourth, baby.
Unanimous, by the way. His
Yep,
full-time MVP, all four have been unanimous.
exactly.
That's it's crazy. It's unheard of. It's well deserved
Yep,
uh,
yep.
on his end. He deserves it.
Even though you're an Angels fan and a Padres fan.
Well, hey, who gave you Shohei?
Our owner who gave him the
Yeah,
richest contract.
we know Shohei sold his soul
Yeah.
to Magic Johnson.
He sold his soul for
But credit
two
to Magic
rings.
Johnson. That man wins rings everywhere he goes.
Exactly. Yeah, I can't even count how many rings he has. You know.
He has a lot because he won quite a bit as a Laker.
Yeah.
Oh, and speaking of your LA Roundup, I know I'll be on it in a couple weeks because
Oh,
my
the Rams are
team
playing
plays your
the,
team.
the Carolina Panthers.
Hey, don't underestimate us,
What's our record?
huh?
What's their record?
5-5.
5-5.
Should
You
be
know what?
six.
500.
We should be 6-4.
You know what? 500 is an improvement for that team.
It is, especially because nobody expects us to even be. I didn't expect us to be 500 at this point.
They're probably going to get smoked by my 7-2 Rams.
Who smoked the 49ers? I was not expecting that, by the way.
Yeah. Then we play the
Matthew
Seahawks coming
Stafford,
up.
bro. Matthew Stafford,
Yep,
MV Stafford,
exactly. But
MVP.
we'll get to that on our next LA Sports Roundup podcast. Until then, Ryan, any parting words?
Just thank you for tuning in. We can do this without you. We have a lot of good content coming. And then I may or may not do some live stuff because I will be at Survivor Series. So I will see if I'll do anything, or if anything, I might just take pictures and like
Yeah,
record on my
post,
phone and
post
like
them up.
then or post to lace them up.
Exactly.
And of course, I will be at John Cena's last match because
That
why
is for
wouldn't
sure.
I? Why
Yeah,
wouldn't I be?
exactly.
So
Exactly.
yeah, so stay tuned for that. Especially because and like Mike says, next episode we will preview Survivor Series War Games.
War Games. There you go. Until next time,
And
canteens.
yep.
There we go. Boom. Shaka laka.